Dr. Nicole. How are you?
I'm good.
You have visited, thanks for visiting Bangladesh, and you have visited many countries you have mentioned to us. So after coming here, what's your feeling? Especially you are now you are going through our longest sea beach.
Yes.
In Cox's Bazar.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You have visited Sri Lanka and then
Nepal,
India, Nepal,
yeah, Cambodia,
so I would like
Thailand.
to hear from you.
What I would say is that, first of all, I think that the Bangladesh's biggest asset are the people. The people are amazing, the most friendly people that I've been around. Like even in the city, people are very friendly and helpful. But this beach is stunning, absolutely gorgeous. And what I was suggesting to you is that you could look at Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka went from being a war zone because they were fighting a war to a very productive tourism industry. And so when I was in Sri Lanka with my family, there were people there from Europe, from the US, from Australia that were all in Sri Lanka to enjoy the beautiful beaches that I would say are probably not as pretty as the beach here. And then the other activity that many people do in Sri Lanka that you also could really take advantage of in Bangladesh is the tea plantations. So they have these like tourist trails. You can take a tour bus through the different tea plantations in Sri Lanka and you can visit them. But, you know, of course, when you read about Bangladesh and tourism about Bangladesh, that people warn you against going to the hill stations because of security issues.
Yes.
So I would say first priority is to make sure that the security is under control, so that, you know, tourists feel comfortable coming here and enjoying the beautiful scenery and going to the hill stations.
Okay, I have another question. That you are from USA and you are working as an associate professor.
Yes.
What's the name of your institution?
The University of Houston.
Okay, Houston. So you have mentioned that when you got your visa, you have faced some problem.
Yes. Yes.
So would you please tell us something? What should we do, or what can we do as a precaution? For your guys as a tourist guide?
Okay, well, some of this was my fault because I did not realize there's actually not a lot of information on Bangladesh that's in the English language.
Yes.
You know, so it's hard to find information for tourists. So when I landed in Dhaka, I needed $51 cash to pay for my visa fee, which actually is high. So most of the other countries where I've been, the visa fee maybe is $20.
Can you compare it with Sri Lanka?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe that Sri Lanka is about $25.
And duration? Would you like to?
So that's the other thing is, so I didn't have the $51 in cash.
Okay.
So at the bare minimum, if you could put a cash machine, like an ATM on that side of the airport, it would be easier for people who come in and don't have cash, because I didn't have any cash and I had to wait in line and talk to a police officer, and the police officer had to take me to a cash machine outside, and it was a big deal.
Okay. Then?
So if they could put a cash machine on that side, like at the Visa counter, that would be easier, or take credit cards, because a lot of people now don't carry cash, they use credit cards. And then also my visa was only good for 2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks.
Yeah, and so if we're traveling, like it's going to take me from Dhaka, I fly to Doha. That's a 7-hour flight.
Yes.
From Doha, I fly to Houston. That's a 16-hour flight. So if you're talking about traveling for, you know, over 20 hours, if you go somewhere, you want to stay for maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month.
1 month.
And the whole time I would be spending money on the hotel, on food, on touristic sites.
Yes. So what's your suggestion regarding
my suggestion would be to have the visa at least go for 30 days. You know, for people from high income nations where you don't expect that they're going to overstay the visa or try to live illegally in Bangladesh.
That's good.
So that a tourist can come here for 3 weeks. Europeans, when they vacation, they usually vacation for 6 weeks at a time.
Okay.
So automatically they wouldn't want to come to Bangladesh because they would have to get special permission
Okay.
for the visa.
Okay. So, would you please mention your feelings because you are leaving tomorrow and experience here?
I would say it's just like a treasure trove of genuine South Asian experience.
Okay.
The food is delicious. The people are wonderful. There's a beautiful natural scenery here. So I really think that Bangladesh could improve the infrastructure and build the tourism market and have tourism as one of the main primary incomes for Bangladesh.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I would like to invite you again
I
to
would
come again.
I would be delighted to come again. I hope to come again
Yes,
soon.